go. Let's go. I'll have this open in no time. Child's play. Let's go. I'll have this open in no time. Child's play.
What is it? What is it?
Yeah? I'll have this open in no time. Child's play. I'll have this open in no time. Child's play. I'll have this open in no time. Child's play. Let's go. I'll have this open in no time. Child's play. Let's go. I'll have this open in no time. Child's play.
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Let us. What is it?
Last for it.
Yes. I see you. Yes.
What's going on?
Yes. What is it?
Let's go. Last What's going on? I'll have this open in no time. Child's play. I'll have this open in no time. Child's play.
I hear you.
What's going on? What's going on? I'll have this open in no time. Child's play.
I am an historian and scientist working for the Republic, although I'm certain my contemporaries would judge me more a historian than scientist. Like you, I was looking for some trace of the Jedi. I had heard mention that one of the Jedi Masters had gone there. The other reason was the ruins of the Jedi Enclave, and once I arrived, I felt it was necessary. Much had been taken from the Enclave, both by raiders and others. Many artifacts were taken from the Enclave, but these thefts... I suspect the Jedi themselves took the holocrons and records, but someone has been taking holocrons from sites across the galaxy. It was almost as if someone does not want their knowledge used to find the Jedi. The situation on Dantooine is echoed in other places in the galaxy. Raiders, smugglers, all seek to... More so than the Jedi themselves, I fear the loss of their... Much has been forgotten in recent wars, and I fear that greater troubles shall stem from that loss of knowledge in the future. The destruction of the Academy on Ossus near the Kron Drift in the Sith War, the teachings of Master Arca, the adventures of Jolie Bindo on the Rimward missions. All of these things are in danger of being... What else would you like? Someone has been... More... What else would... No. It is something of a mystery why they would exile themselves as they have. It is not the way of the Jedi to vanish in such a way, especially when the Republic... I fear that there is something else at work. Something that we can... Then again, perhaps the Jedi are hiding simply because so many people hate them. It is difficult sometimes for the Jedi to see such things, since much of it is rooted in human nature, and the Jedi are often removed from events of daily... But the reason the Jedi Civil War was named such was because few in the galaxy can recognize the difference. But to them, they are both Jedi, with different... Not always. Jedi often fall. They cause much harm on Onderon, for example, in the name of peace. Uleg Keldroma and Exar Kun, the two Dark Lords during the Sith War many decades ago, were once Jedi Knights. It is perhaps more amazing that some still trust Jedi after many have fallen and in danger. It is also proof that a single Force wielder can change the face of the galaxy. And that... Hate? No. I do not hate them. They only raise questions without answers. Jedi are not supposed to be like the rest of us. They are supposed to see a higher purpose, and they are... Yet all I saw was ignorance and arrogance, and what those seeds create. It is difficult to follow the Jedi code when so few others have. But you... Many Jedi defy the Order during the Mandalorian Wars, and it paved the way for the... There is no blame. All must accept. But, at its core, one must wonder if it was the failure of the Jedi. Many of the Jedi Council trained Exar Kun, Ulik, Revan, and Malak. How could they not see the danger they posed? Perhaps there was some essential part of their teachings that was flawed. Something beyond the Jedi code that they were... I am not certain you understand what happened with Revan. Do you wish me to explain? Revan was captured in the middle of the Jedi Civil War, due in no small part to her apprentice Malak, who turned on her. Revan was brought before the Jedi Council and put on trial. You must understand that the situation was desperate, and the Jedi needed to know how Revan had... As I understand it, they were able... Revan helped the Republic defeat Malak. Perhaps in her conversation with the Jedi Masters, they were able to convince her of the rightful... Revan had many masters. Zar, Dorak, Master K before K left for the wars. Towards the end of her training, it is said that she returned to her first master at the end of her training, in order to learn how she might best... I am not certain you understand. What else would you like to know? I'm trying to save the Republic, Dantooine and the Jedi. Despite the troubles of the Jedi Civil War, there are those among the Republic who still favor the Jedi and wish them to return. Yet as long as Onderon remains within the Republic, and the efforts on Telos... The Republic is fragile right now. Telos is important because its success will determine whether or not the other dead worlds receive the same reconstruction. If Telos is rebuilt and made habitable again, it will affect a string of worlds. Onderon, strangely enough, was unaffected by the Jedi Civil War. It's almost as if Revan... Its resources and position on the Rim make it a vital supply line and guard post again. Also, it's the only world in the Republic still capable of seeding ecosystems into other dead worlds. Onderon's wildlife is some of the most aggressive in the known galaxy. Merely placing some of those beasts on target worlds will guarantee their habitation. The Jedi are a symbol. As much damage as their reputation took during the Sith War and the Jedi Civil War, there are still many. Plus, there have been times in the past where a single Jedi has been enough to change the face of a world, or a galaxy. I suppose I still believe, despite the betrayal of many of the Jedi against the Republic, I must concede that as figureheads, they do serve a... What else? I do not know if you are aware of how fragile the Republic is at the moment. The Jedi Civil War brought much suffering to the galaxy, and the forces... Many worlds were destroyed, trade routes disrupted. It was almost the end. But at that last year, the year before Revan vanished, no one knows why, but it was all that saved the Republic. The fleet the Sith had amassed was no more, and the remaining Sith turned on each other, destroying the Academy. It did not matter. The war was costly, and it shattered the Republic. But if a threat strikes now, if certain key worlds are not held, what else would you like to know? I imagine in your travels of the galaxy you've seen many people. Faces tend to blur together. What else would you like to know? Someone has been taken... The situation... More... What else? Before you go, I had a question for you. You came to Dantooine in search of Jedi. Why? What answers do you seek? It has been my experience that Jedi rarely answer such questions, or instead... If the Sith are rising in the galaxy again, then it is strange the Jedi would not be there to meet them, and that we have not seen more evidence. No, I believe you. I merely find such subtleties among the Sith to be strange. They have been known to practice deception, but in the histories, since the time of the Dark Lords Khun and Keldroma, and Revan and Malak, such subtleties have been... In any case, it seems to me like our goals are compatible. If you would have me, I can apply my knowledge and skills to helping you find the answers you seek.
What is it? Yes. And she came to me, yeah, and but